Casual bird. I'm already look at this. I'm making excuses in the name of my my captain's mode name versus Caleb, also known as NAMCAP. We've got T-Bird vetoing Prairie. NAMCAP vetoes Nomad Mega Random. I picked Mountain Clearing. He picked Dry Arabia. And then we go back and forth from there. NAMCAP also instantly banning Mega Random. This guy doesn't want any chaos. What a boring situation we find ourselves in. Ultimately, Kawasan is our first map. And as far as the Civ draft goes, non-exclusive, so players can choose mirror civs and the same civ as each other. But Mongols, Suji's Legacy, Abbasid Dynasty, and French for T-Bird, Casual Bird, Caleb, NAMCAP going for English, Order of the Dragon, French, and Japanese. So I guess we could get ourselves into this game, this first game on EGC TV's Kawasan. Huge Pac-Man player. Yeah. Read NAMCAP backwards. You'll thank me later. Ladies and gentlemen, here we are on EGC Kawasan. This is a lower half bracket match. T-Bird in the purple playing as Zuji's Legacy. Still has Idle Villas. 25 seconds in. There it is. I'll tell you why in a second. He's playing this Chinese variant. And NAMCAP on the other side in orange playing as the Order of the Dragon. And these are some new civs. This is some fresh content from the latest AoE 4 major update. Now, the reason I was idle for 25 seconds at the beginning, purple is me, by the way, is I've got a real mess of hotkeys here. So for casting, I gotta go in here. I gotta turn off edge panning. And I forgot to undo all of this when playing. So I couldn't edge pan, I couldn't use any of my hotkeys, but we had it figured out now. As for a certain order of figured out. Only 25 seconds of disadvantage. I'm not gonna harp on it. And we go from there, I guess. Could have maybe called a restart, but you know.
And yet,
it is what it is.
Point-wise, you were ahead.
Yeah, that's
for
a good
now.
point. That is a good point. We're doing the. I've watched enough Homs clan games to know. The sheep, other side of the mill. Imperial official. He's supervising that mill to get the extra food drop off. We'll see it here. Plus 12 instead of plus 10 per villager, even though they only have 10 carry capacity. Give us a little bit of a leg up there in the sheep department. NAMCAP, I'm a little bit less familiar with, since I was obviously playing opposite him here. 2 on gold to start. Collecting those sheep. Couple of straggler choppers. I don't know. Is that the meta these days, chat? I don't know. I'm going out on a limb here and guessing he won. What, Pac-Man? NAMCAP? I guess we'll have to wait and see. Homs? Certainly. Hom Senpai? Yeah, we already know the standings there. Some real legends from Russia. But, you know what? Still, score lead for T-Bird. Villager count, actually 13-11. Did he have to take a minute to make, like, hang on. If we go Shift Control A, we can see all of the units. I think it was just a little bit of idle time for Orange there, actually, ultimately, is the cause of that. And also, it looks like the villager count includes the Imperial official for Chinese civs, according to our select all units hotkeys. Little house, little mining camp on that gold. T-Bird moving out there. Also, with the dock. This is Kawasan after all. We got 4 deep water fish on both of these ponds. Could be heavily contested. Also, a ton of berries, but those seem less important, just generally.
The berries are so stretched out.
Yeah, I mean, I guess like
unlike in Age of Empires 2.
Yeah, they're just like all clumped one after the next in AoE 2. I guess this is like your typical berries patch that you see.
Yeah,
from the starting position, but these are all different patches.
they just look really far away.
So, okay, we're working on some fishing ships. Actually, one thing I'll say about AoE 4, if you're crossing over back and forth between AoE 2 and AoE 4, and plenty of people have backed me on this, collecting wood in AoE 4 is just the slowest thing comparatively. You'll never have enough wood. You'll never have enough villagers on wood. It just takes so long. You'll never have anything you need as far as trees goes. But also not really sure what's going on here. We're just okay. I do know. We're looking for the ideal spot for the meditation gardens. That's why all those villagers were just randomly idle there for so long. Very optimized gameplay here.
How long ago did you play this game?
This was last weekend, I think.
Oh, okay.
Generates resources depending on the type of resources nearby. Enemy units within 9 tiles reduce the rate at which resources are generated. So we're in here with the gold vein. We got, I think, 2 gold veins barely within reach, a stone, a bunch of wood. This is going to be a solid in meditation gardens. On the other side, NAMCAP with the Minework Palace. He's going aggressive mode here. The Minework Palace acts like a blacksmith. Technologies are cheaper and faster. Unique techs. Really combines well with the HRE, or in this case, their variant civ, the Order of the Dragons. I don't know. I'm assuming it's similar with the Burgrave Palace for the feudal age, for the castle age, which will produce units faster, like men-at-arms units. But we'll see. Maybe NAMCAP is thinking about something else. Coming from AoE 2, I am much more used to being able to play safe, block paths, all this stuff. So I'm actually being really crazy with the walls, going a little ham with the palisade walls here. I think it's a good thing. I think it's a good thing to be concerned about. Costs a lot of wood though.
You can never have too many palisades.
It's Mama Luigi, first time chatter. Welcome in. Boo, play Fortnite. Now I know Koala Kush lurks in your Discord as well. I'm well aware. Maybe you could get him to play Fortnite. I won't do it. Gilded Horseman now. So the thing about the Order of the Dragon, if you haven't played AoE 4 in like a few months, but if you have in the past before that, new variant civ for the Holy Roman Empire, their units are all like superhero units. They're all like way better than they would otherwise be in the normal Holy Roman Empire, but they also cost more. And this includes their villagers, more efficient vills, but they cost more to make. 40% more resources. That's interesting. So it's kind of deceiving. These 2 units are like insane. They're like 4 normal units, right? He refuses to enjoy Lego. I hate to say you hit the nail on the head. I've got Cyberpunk to play in my spare time. Not
and
Fortnite
the Minecraft.
and the Minecraft. Not to mention the AoE 2. So NAMCAP gonna be able to use these super units of the Order of the Dragon to do a lot more damage than one might expect. These guys are doing 15 plus 1 melee attack. Torch damage is 21. Pretty crazy. So I went into this game thinking, let me try the Zuji's Legacy Shukanu Rush. Obviously, with horsemen out on the field already from the enemy, that may not work out too well. Strategy here is, normally with the Chinese civ, which this is a variant of, you need to do a lot more work to unlock the ability to produce this unit. There's a whole dynasty situation you gotta work with. You gotta advance the next dynasty and whatnot. But with Zuji's Legacy, you get access to them immediately on hitting Feudal Age. Unfortunately, I didn't really have enough wood to do anything. But now we're kind of balancing that out. On the other side, NAMCAP has got his horsemen out. And it's going to kind of come down to micro here with spearmen and crossbows.
Is that really how the troops run?
Like what?
Like that?
They're running.
Well,
Why is that
I
strange?
saw the spearmen when they were aggroed on the horsemen. They're definitely a little bit more aggressive
I
in the
think
sprinting.
they get faster when they there we go, when they're charging at an enemy like that. But now it's gonna be 5 of these Order of the Dragon units against some just normal Chinese units as far as upgrades goes, and looks like NAMCAP gets that cleanup. More horsemen on the way. One of those goes down, and it's not looking great for the Purple Army. That's a rough rally position to have. Some free units picked off there. And
Yeah, the scout
just pushing in. The scout is going to go for that kill. Oh, these Order of the Dragon units are insane.
Oh wow, I didn't even get a kill.
And I think we really are seeing. I mean, for one thing, it's so hard to judge how good these Order of the Dragon units are, but we're also seeing some real micro skill difference here with Orange being able to really take fights with the right units against the right things. Purple not able to keep those archers safe with the spearmen. Back at home, NAMCAP just chopping away, producing barracks coming up further forward. Get those reinforcements earlier. Maybe start making some man-at-arms. We'll see. tbird is fishing. Orange deciding not to go for any fish, and these units are once again a bit exposed. Second barracks now, because clearly one barracks producing spearmen is not enough to handle all these freaking horsemen. NAMCAP actually going for a proxy boar. Brave stuff, and he has identified the meditation gardens, moving over straight to that, and just siege that down with torches. Popcap reached for NAMCAP.
Oh no, you're housed. Oh, he's housed.
He's housed. Where's the next house?
He's got villagers too busy on the boars.
No house yet. Still housed. He'll get it up though. There it is. Get a couple more houses rolling. Meditation gardens attacking that is kind of forced Purple to move out, and he just runs straight past the spearmen, kills all the archers once again.
Oh my goodness.
We're getting a few good hits in there with the spears now, but NAMCAP now with the critical mass of his own archers will be able to kill all those spears very easily as well. There's the meditation gardens popping up with the resources gained, if you caught that out of the corner of your eye.
No, I don't even know what to look for when playing this game. This is it's a whole different type of game, pretty much.
Look at this. You can't do this in AoE too. Oh, look at those Order of the Dragon units. They're going crazy.
I can't believe they would attack a meditation center. That's a war crime.
Yeah, that's right. This is a peaceful landmark. So it may be feeding the war economy. But it's not doing any harm. Blacksmith for tbird with good leatherwork, iron undermesh, just some general upgrades. And we're still producing non-stop out of these buildings, but it's just not enough to keep up with these Order of the Dragon units. Villager count 4735 for tbird. That's including the fishing ships, so really giving himself a leg up on the eco with the fish actually.
Fishing is always an important aspect if you can capitalize on it.
The Christmas winter biome we've got here, some little presents from the trade post. It's incredible. Did not notice that. A little scene, a little snowman. Trying to re-wall, get a mass up, but once again, just taking bad engagements just because of the unit numbers that don't really reflect the unit strength with this orange civ. I'm just not used to it. Also the micro there. Oh, NAMCAP gonna go ahead and pick off some more spearmen with his gilded archers. How many officials? 1. Here are NAMCAP's units, all of his units here on the field right now. 1 herdable sheep, apparently. Battering ram, 10 gilded archers.
I liked how you focused heavily on the battering ram right there.
And it seems like maybe typing in the chat or something right now. Okay, there's the GG. I think I remember saying, well, this is going nowhere, GG. Here are the stats for that last match. If you're interested, I'm not. I prefer to just look away at this point. Look over and load up Age of Empires 2 again. But here we are. Stone count. Wow, purple really pulled ahead with the stone count. You love to see it. All right, chat. Well, next game of the match, tbird in purple playing as the French. NAMCAP in orange playing the English.
The French. Oh, you've already lost.
I've fallen so far. I didn't think I could pull it off with the Mongols, so I had to go for something a little less expected, I guess. We're here on Mountain Clearing. It's a much smaller map than usual. There's wood all around the edges. They've made it a little less cheesy since it was added to the game. It's been opened up a little bit. There's a little more space, but still very aggro map. It's a fun one. And tbird did not have 25 seconds of idle TC or idle gameplay time at the beginning, so maybe we can expect a little more from him this game.
That's gonna make all the difference in this game. Now,
More
how
fishing
big,
here.
on scale, how big are these maps?
It's really hard to say, right? Because I guess in video games, like the size of the map, also you got to think about like how fast units move, how big units and buildings are on the map and stuff.
Because that mini map makes it look really tiny.
I think it's fairly comparable to AoE 2 sizes.
Okay.
I think it's pretty close. Maybe a little smaller actually, but nothing too drastically different. Chat, correct me if I'm wrong. But it definitely feels similar in my opinion, if a little bit smaller. tbird with a unpracticed, unplanned French build order. 4 on gold, 8 on food now. We'll see where the next ones go. NAMCAP with his main civ here, going for that English play. We can see this build count actually. 7 on food, 2 on wood, 3 on gold. And there's that lumber camp now for tbird. Got ourselves another dark age build up. It feels tiny in H4, but also it's mountain clearing. Yeah, it's true. I mean, I guess like generally, like compared to an AoE 2 map of similar like gimmick, like compare this to Socotra, it's probably pretty similar. Maybe a little bigger than Socotra. There's not as much dead space around the edges. Both players working their way up to the next stage. tbird sniped that scout from NAMCAP, so he's gonna be in the orange, gonna be in the dark. NAMCAP with 2 villagers building that council hall. tbird just okay, rebalancing things a little bit now. Working on the School of Cavalry. School of Cavalry will act as a stable. Units produce 20% faster, so that's how you end up with the French Royal Knight in Feudal Age, Rush, Supremacy. English acts an archery range with all units and technologies working 100% faster. That's how you end up with the English Longbow Feudal Age Supremacy. So we'll see which one comes out on top.
Holy, and do they have the 12 range?
They've got some crazy range on them.
Oh my goodness.
we'll see. There's some large palisade walls from T-Bird. I like
I'm
that.
getting excited just thinking of long range archers right now.
Oh, they've got range. They've got extra range. Villager count 1815. I think T-Bird had some idle TC time, forgetting that the town center is not taken up when you're aging up in this game. You can still produce villagers out of it, but now back on top with that. NAMCAP going for those deer at the front. Oh, same here on the purple side. We've got a nice cozy little base in the back here with this large gold vein. We got the wood down here. This is picturesque.
Now, does Age of Empires 4 have the same problem as AoE 2 with the gold, the trees, and the villagers getting stuck?
No,
Or has that
villagers
been...
can kind of pass through each other a lot more easily here.
Okay.
You'll see them kind of just like phasing through each other a little bit more.
Oh yeah, I'm seeing that.
So they're not going to get stuck. They'll just kind of, they never really just like stand around idle when they should be working. In AoE 4, at least. That is one upside to a slightly 20 years newer game engine, I guess. We'll see here, we're using some of the new AoE 4 updated mechanics with the walls connecting to the stone mine, which means that this is impassable. In previous patches, that would just, you could just walk past the stone, you'd have to wall around the stone. But same here with the gold. And we've got the first Royal Knights coming out for purple, and on the other side, the longbow with a range of 6 to start things off. Wait, that's the damage? What's the range? 7. Alright, we'll see when T-Bird makes some archers later how that compares. But NAMCAP gonna be able to move out and find some hits on the villager at that forward mill. Now we'll see if these Royal Knights are able to get the same job done for purple. Still working on making those. And it looks like that knight should be able to clear up the longbows. There's no spearman out here yet for orange. He doesn't have a scout either. Orange might just be looking to get one villager kill there. Huge. And on the other side, there is barracks down for our English player.
And you have your Royal Knight going around.
One of the bonuses for the English is that they have like a bell that rings every time an enemy is nearby, and their units get buffed from that as well. Attack speed increases. Also, their TC is insane.
Yeah,
And
I'm
Knight
just
goes
seeing
down.
that range. Wow, that is impressive.
So yeah, that's the English TC range, and we'll look over here at the French TC range. It's here, so it's a little bit.
Yep, you're just in time for the second game. Don't spoil anything.
Maybe 2 more games. You never know.
It's gonna be 2 more games. It better be.
Now NAMCAP with some spearmen. T-Bird is building an archery range as well, which will counter spears, but you just lose in a 1-1 fight to longbows, obviously. NAMCAP. So this horseman is 1.88 movement speed, Royal Knight 1.62. Not gonna be able to catch up to it. He's just using that to get a little vision, I guess.
The French are just eat too much. They're a little too fat.
That's right. Oh, we got to charge off on it. So if you get close enough and right-click an enemy unit, the knight will charge with the lance, and I think it's a little faster. It's kind of a mechanic they added to this AoE 4 version of Age. It's charging. Now that knight is going to be able to make it into the wood line. Spearman hot on the heels, but the damage is quick with these knights. 2 hit the vills and get out of there.
I don't think you're gonna get out of there. It's futile. Oh, you just got out. You just got out.
Got out for now. Just gonna keep these guys running around. Archery range is up. So here is a like default archer, right? Range of 5 tiles. Longbows again have 7 tiles. So that's just the unupgraded version of those units. This guy's still giving them the runaround. Horseman is getting the odd hit on him though. And the spearman not too far behind. This does let NAMCAP see that there are archers out for purple, so great on that if you noticed it at least. Good info. So just some solid defensive play here. And actually, what's the... Do we have villager destroyed workers? Worker kills of 1 each. tbird pulling ahead slightly. The French produce villagers slightly more quickly than other civs as well. One of their bonuses. So that will give them the ability to gain an economic advantage in general on 1TC. Blacksmith upgrades for NAMCAP. Both with wheelbarrow, both with the wood lumber chopping. NAMCAP with that mining upgrade as well. And he's got a big number of foot units here. 11 spearmen, 6 longbows. Worker, I think we can see army value. I guess these knights are so expensive that army value is still in favor of purple. Spearmen are kind of cheap fodder. But they do their job, especially against knights. They do their job well. We'll see what comes of this fight. I'll say it once. I'll say it once tonight. The micro unit control in AoE 4, I just don't like it. It's not fun. I don't like doing it. It's very annoying. There's a unit lag, and it's weird how they path or something. I just can't handle it. But anyways, that said, the back and forth here is good. We've got archers on spears. We got spears on knights. Micro bad count 1. That's my whole allowance. And the fight is going pretty evenly here. Destroyed value is the same basically here for both. Knights turn around, take some hits there. 1 goes down. The key for NAMCAP is going to be to take out those enemy archers. The key for tbird is going to be to kill this enemy spearman with his archers, with my archers. It looks like tbird might just scrape away a win out of this fight at least. It's super close though. That was pretty much a draw on that fight. Very scrappy. Down the middle. tbird switching to horsemen since it's pretty much just archers and spears anyways. Horsemen a little faster. They do bonus damage to ranged units. So the longbows do have a little more damage than regular archers as well. 5 damage on a regular archer, 6 by default. David say bad. Well, it's just because I mean, you want to use your cavalry to fight the archers, right? I guess if you're gonna go do any raiding later, knights would be better. Just make more knights. Okay. I feel like horsemen are cheaper and do a better job at what you want the unit to do, but maybe I'm missing something. You don't get heal for horsemen? Oh, fair enough. Well, I don't have heal for knights anyways, so at least haven't researched that upgrade yet. 35 to 40 on the eco count. tbird actually dropped a second TC in the back right here. Going for that economic boom.
You sound surprised by that.
It's been a while since I played it, okay? I'm sounding surprised because I forgot to mention it when it happened. So I'm like, actually, wait a minute. This happened while we were looking at the other side of the map. Again, I know the outcome of these games. It's no secret. I've played these. All the wrecks. I don't try to hide what happens in them. So unless it's a live game, I've got some foreknowledge. I'm just misleading everybody. If there's any kind of Usually it's not the details though, right? It's just like who won, who lost, what's his. Yeah, the heal, it's pretty expensive for what it does these days. What is it, 100 wood, 200 gold? It used to be way crazier. I guess it would be useful though to have. Knight goes down there, costing some APM though at least. Some multitasking.
The high ground is the most important thing to have.
10 villager lead for tbird here. And it looks like NAMCAP moving into just like pretty much only longbows now. Spears stationed in the back, waiting for the next raid. There's the King's Palace for NAMCAP. So this is the Age 2 landmark. The next Age 3? This is the Castle Age economic landmark. Don't know why it says Age 2. Okay, that's interesting. Relic,
Age 2,
bug.
this is Age 4.
Access town center with all behaviors, technology, and units and bonuses. So basically you just age up and you get a free TC along the way. Pretty useful landmark to have. As the English, you don't need to go and invest in dropping a second town center. And the feudal age is pretty expensive to do that, generally. Especially with the town center bonus like balance. It seems like they just make it more annoying every update to build town centers and make them be useful at all. NAMCAP going for a wall across the entire map, down the middle right now. Wants to keep out the knights.
That was drawn along the 34th parallel.
It might be an economic, or it might be a spectator bug, I don't know. Does it say that in the game? Age 2 landmark? tbird just working on producing army right now and producing villagers. 4157 eco. New age begins for our orange player. He's gonna get some more houses up. What's he gonna do with this castle age timing?
Right now you're housed. Oh,
There's
never
that
mind. You just built
emergency
the
house.
house.
15 bills.
You were aware of it.
He knows. He knew. More horsemen now coming out for the French player. I guess, I don't know. Maybe knights would have been the play. I don't know. The gold is definitely there for knights. Big Ville lead for tbird. It's looking good for him economically. The timing, though, gonna need to get to Castle Age here. What was that? What was that noise? It was middle clicking. Why did I middle click on to make that crazy noise? Well, I guess we'll never know. Almost builds Royal Institute, cancels it, looks at the options, reads all the tooltips. Says to build the Royal Institute anyways. Now tbird notices the 39th parallel wall. And it kills some vills there right before it completes. So there's a little gap remaining. And the army value here is pretty similar. See again how the micro
spawns
goes.
quickly. He really wants that. He really wants that wall up.
Yeah. NAMCAP moving out to the other side. Couple archery ranges. Few more archery ranges for tbird. I feel like units produce so slow in this game too. And it looks like there might just have to be a fight here. NAMCAP kind of forcing the situation. Out here on that sacred site. Also dropping some rams with a couple spears, and the horsemen and the knights just fight the spearmen because I'm not gonna say it, chat, but you know what I'm thinking. Castle Age begins for tbird. Royal Institute is up. Third town center is trying to drop that on that forward gold too, for some reason. Instead of making army. 4870, I think. No, I didn't say it, NAMCAP. Effectively, okay. I think if there is one thing that I would say don't do it. This tbird in this game definitely would be the third TC. I guess I didn't know at the time the villager difference, right? Investing in that at this point though, maybe not the move. You really just need units at this point. They're running back to the corners now, trying to distract the orange army and buy time. Alright, 23 longbows out here, and now what's their range at this point? 7 tiles still? Okay. Do they get upgraded range when you research like elite of their veteran? Wait, did that just come in? Wait a minute. 7 tiles range still. Okay. Now surviving is the question here. We just don't have enough production buildings, I think, to counter the mass. Those knights go down. Ram is working away on that. You see the longbow's just chilling at the front. I guess I could afford to just lose this TC and it wouldn't really cost too much, but oh. There it is. Decided
Oh, no.
couldn't handle the units there. Couldn't produce fast enough.
It's Joe over.
I pulled the classic bad loser move of saying this isn't fun anymore. I don't want to play. And
You just pulled a Steve.
Exactly. This is boring game. GG. Here are the stats for that one. But good game. I want to say, with the benefit of a little time, probably shouldn't have resigned there. Could have gone either way still. But NAMCAP with the advantage pulls out at least the psychological victory in the moment. And it was well played from Cap. We do have in the chat a good game and pretty entertaining one to watch. I hope I wasn't too down in the rewatch there, but GG. And NAMCAP definitely deserves to win that one.